I am glad to welcome you to the Auto Problems channel. British edition of what car? Ranked the most reliable hybrid cars. Experts note that such cars, as a rule, are more expensive than gasoline and diesel counterparts. Therefore, it would be a sound idea to buy a used car with a benzo-electric or diesel-electric power plant, the British recommend. On the other hand, they also warn that this is a risky act, since the repair of hybrids is expensive, due to the complexity of the implemented technologies. When compiling the rating, data from a survey of 18,119 respondents, owners of hybrid cars were used. All of them were asked to answer the question whether there were breakdowns in the last 12 months, how long it took to fix them and how much they had to pay for repairs. Surprisingly, only Toyota and Lexus models ended up in the top 5 used hybrids. First place, Lexus CT, at the top of the rankings with a 99.5% reliability score is the 2011 Lexus CT. The Lexus CT may not be the most driver's car, but it is certainly one of the most reliable hybrid models, the authors of the ranking conclude. In the charts for vehicles less than 5 years old, the Lexus CT scored a maximum of 100% reliability. Only 4% of cars had technical problems and all of them were battery related. All faults were repaired under warranty. Second place, Toyota Auris Hybrid. Only 6% of owners reported a problem with the Toyota Auris Hybrid, and as with the 2011 Lexus CT, the only area of concern was the battery pack. Faults were fixed free of charge in less than a day. As a result, Toyota Auris Hybrid received a reliability rating of 98.5% and second place in the ranking. Third place, Lexus RX. The third position is occupied by the family of hybrid Lexus RX, sample of 2009 to 2016, with a reliability rating of 97.7%. It is noted that only 4% of owners of the previous generation RX reported that technical problems were found in their car. Almost the only problem area was the exhaust system. At the same time, even after the discovery of the above breakdown, all cars remained on the move, and the malfunctions were eliminated in less than a week. The repair bill was between £300 and £500. Fourth place, Lexus IS. Only 7% of 2013 Lexus IS owners reported problems with wheels and tires. On all cars after the detection of problems it was possible to go. The problems were fixed on the same day. The repair bill was between £300 and £500. The result is a reliability rating of 96.6% in the fourth place in the list. Fifth place, Toyota Prius. Cars produced in 2009 to 2015 received a reliability rating of 92.8%. Only 4% of Prius owners said their car had a problem. The problem points were named battery, engine and fuel system. Some cars spent up to a week in the service, and repair bills ranged from £100 to £750. That's all for me. Thank you all for your attention. I will be very grateful to you if you subscribe to the channel. See you soon. The most problematic crossovers with mileage are named. They often break down and quickly lose value. I am glad to welcome you to the Auto Problems channel. If in 5 years a new car loses half its value, then obviously something is wrong. It's just that some models are quite difficult to sell in the used car market, and this is closely related to the fall in their prices. If this figure is 3 to 5%, then this model is in great demand. Accordingly, when the price falls by 15% per year, the sale of the car becomes difficult. This also applies to the most popular class of cars at the moment, crossovers. Experts have identified 5 cars that are difficult to sell used, and the reasons among them are not only economic, they are too expensive, but also technical, which brought them a bad reputation. Mercedes-Benz M-Class. Some of the most difficult used cars to sell are luxury crossovers with powerful engines. The leader among them is the Mercedes-Benz M-Class, the third generation of which is produced until 2011. For 20,000 plus euros, you can find cars with less than 100,000 kilometers claimed by the owner, probably much more in most cases. The M-Class itself, which had problems with the engine, also played a role in this. By the way, with crossovers BMW X3, X5 and X6 the situation is identical. These cars are also harder to sell, as their units are quite powerful, 249, 313, 381 and 450 horsepower, and their maintenance is expensive. The same goes for the Audi Q7 with more powerful engines, Volkswagen Tiguan. In this case, the combination of engine and gearbox that this model is equipped with is very important. The VW Tiguan offer in the used car market is quite large, which is quite normal, because it is also among the most successful models in its segment. This applies to both crossovers of the first and second generation. The champion among the unwanted versions is the 1.4 TSI engine combined with a manual transmission. The engine was quite problematic in the beginning and most buyers wanted an automatic version. However, it has a robotic DSG gearbox, also made famous. However, after several updates, things have improved, but experts continue to recommend the choice of Tiguan with a 2.0-liter engine, gasoline and diesel, which is combined with a classic box. Nissan Terrano. Terrano was sold in Europe until 2006, after which X-Trail and Qashqai took its place. However, the model continued to be produced for some other markets, for India and Russia, where Nissan has its own factories. This crossover can be safely called a victim of marketing, because in fact the Terrano is a very good and healthy car. Its problem now is that it is technically almost identical to the Dacia/Renault Duster, but it is older. Accordingly, it is inferior both in terms of comfort and equipment to the Duster, but at the same time more expensive, most likely due to the brand. Nissan Qashqai. The price of Qashqai falls mainly due to the CVT box after a run of 50,000 to 80,000 kilometers. They simply do not believe in this unit, believing that it breaks easily, and its repair is very expensive. Besides, although it is strong, it does not provide the necessary dynamics of the car. Therefore, models with high mileage, but with a manual transmission, are more expensive, although most of them are poorly equipped, than models with a CVT. In general, Qashqai engines are reliable and do not cause problems. Peugeot 4007. There is something rather interesting going on here as there are 3 twins that are technically the same. The Mitsubishi Outlander, Peugeot 4007 and Citroën C-Crosser. The first one sells well in the used car market, thanks to the model's fame and the fact that it's still Japanese. However, the French are no more unreliable and are not inferior in assembly. However, they are not popular, and this makes them almost unsuitable for sale. Accordingly, they did not receive heirs and went down in history. That's all for me. Thank you all for your attention. I will be very grateful to you if you subscribe to the channel. See you soon.